Hello, my dear followers. Welcome to another exciting episode of 16 Bitchem. Last week I was away the entire week in the Belgian Ardennes. So that's like the countryside for us. So with rivers and small mountains and trees where we can relax. As you know, it's COVID-19, so going abroad is a bit dangerous. But I still had some pickups from the last part of the week before. I purposely split that up so I could actually show you guys some stuff. But I did find some things in the Ardennes as well. So stick around. So luckily for me, I needed to go to the how do you call it? The Home Depot, the home work store. And there I found two games for the 360, for the Xbox One that were actually very, very interesting. In the other stores, this chain is called, I have to check, MediaMarkt. They had a deal like buy two or buy one, get two or something. But here it was just down-priced games. So for 15, I bought the brand new Samurai Showdown for the 360. This is also being released on PS4. It's still in its wrapper, but I'm gonna play this one because I'm a big Samurai Showdown fan. And Devil May Cry 5. I've been eyeing this one for quite a while. I've seen it at 20, 25, but this one was priced at 12 euros, so I couldn't leave that behind. And also in that same week, I had a little free moment to go to the thrift store, and luckily for me, it was pretty awesome. Over there, I found two games. There were more. I had a little clip made of it. I'll show you it in an instant. But what I ended up picking up was Tomb Raider. I already have this one for PS3, but I'm gonna check if this one is compatible with the Xbone because I love to play downstairs on my Xbone. I actually don't know why I picked this one up. I mean, come on, man. How much did I pay for it? 175. These two games were 175 a piece. Yeah, I thought it was one of those on-rail shooters, but it's actually more a mini games collection. So yeah, I don't know, maybe it's cool. And then there was this really crazy thing. There was a Front 2 for 2 album. This one is new from 1993 and it's still in its wrapper, and it had 7 copies, so that was really bizarre. I picked up 2 copies. It's not an expensive CD or anything. You can buy it on eBay for 4 euros or something, but I think it was pretty cool to see this album sealed. So yeah, it's not really my type of music. I love their original work from the 80s, but in a kind of 90s music it's a bit like the Prodigy, but then not as good, I guess. Sorry if I offended anybody, but that's just my opinion. Really weird. They have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 copies of a new Front 2 for 2 album. It's one of my favorite bands. I'm gonna take 2 and put the rest back. They're not really selling on eBay, so not really worth picking up all these things just to flip them for 1 euro or something more. Sadly, they're not worth much. I don't know what that is. Gotta swoop the CDs more here, but pretty cool to find this, you know. Take one for the car and one for at home. And then I walked into the cash converters, which is just across the street from this thrift store of Hoboken. I don't always go there because, well, most of the time I find something, but often when they have retro, it's super overpriced. And the regular games, yeah, if I don't have a lot of time, it's like 100 gazillion billion PS3 and Xbox 360 games, so I probably and PS2 games, so I always skim over them, but never really go in depth. I found one PS2 game that was of my liking, Armored Core 2. It's missing the manual and has a crack in the case, but I think I still have one of these old school black PS2 cases upstairs. Sorry. But then there was a new stack of PS1 games, and it was like on top of Blu-ray, so like you saw it just came in, and I saw some titles and I was like, what? I'll show you a little clip of it right now. As you saw, those were some awesome titles. So I picked up a couple. In total, it was 157 euros. I got a discount for 5 euros on each game, except this one, of course, because it was only 3 euros. So I haggled a bit. I had to wait because the boss wasn't around, blah, blah, blah. But I still got a pretty decent deal. Mind you, these were still expensive, but if you look at eBay prices, it was kind of a deal. So first up, I started playing this one. It's a really funny game. If you have a chance, play it in an emulator. It's super cool. Herc's Adventure. And actually comes from one of the stores I always went to as a kid, Replay Games. Bought most of my Neo Geo Pocket stuff there back in the day. And weirdly enough, it also had this photocopied sleeve. Don't know why that is, probably because it was a rental copy or something. But this is one hell of an expensive game. But if you find it, do pick it up. Super cool, super funny. Yeah, the best of LucasArts, I guess. This one was a bit cheaper, 14 euros. It's not that great. It's no good. It's no good. Yes, the game is no good. This is based on a French comic book from the 70s, I guess. I never really read it, but I know of it. I mainly bought it because it was a side-scrolling platformer. But it has this really weird graphic style, really awkward movement. It's playable, but it's not a great game. But if you sell PS1 games with a Microids logo, most of the time they're not really that amazing. And one of my holy grails, I found Lomax. This has awesome pixel art by Henk Nieborg. The controls are a bit floaty. In true old school game fashion, it doesn't save. You have to give in passwords instead of have a save file. So yeah, not really that great, but it's an awesome and beautiful game. Check it out if you can. It's actually a game about a lemming that's a hero, and some wizards made zombified all the other lemmings, and you have to like free them all. And it's pretty cool, just a random platformer, but with awesome, beautiful graphics. And then lastly, I picked up a game I already had, but I knew at this price, even if it's 60, somebody would want it. And I texted some of my gaming friends, and sure enough, one of them immediately said, yeah, give it to me. It has a little ding in the case here, but otherwise it's complete. And the disc is in pretty good shape, not the best. All these games have a terrible cigarette smell, but I hope in time it will get out. I will post a picture here. I made it for my friend. If you see my paper tissue, which I cleaned this game with, it's super disgusting. So yeah, my baby boy was crying a bit, so I was checking out what was up with that. Apparently, he didn't want to brush his teeth. So I also had an opportunity to go to the bins. I picked up some DVDs and a book. This is the book. Pretty sweet. I just talked about it with one of the viewers here about this game. 7 guessed. This is the official player's guide. So, and because it was at the bins, it's paid by the kilo, so it's like super cheap. Yeah, it's a Dutch guide how to play 7 Gist. And if I ever want to play 7 Gist, I will need this guide because I'm really not. I really can't spend too much time with these sorts of games. For me, it's really hard, so I need a guide. So yeah, and then we went on our little vacation to the Ardennes, and I believe we arrived on Monday, and in the town, we were staying in a little house, cottage in nature, but in the town, the closest town, it had a big banner, and it said, every Wednesday, flea market from 7 till 1, so I was like, sweet! Because of COVID, I actually haven't done a single flea market this year. There haven't been any organized here in Belgium, at least not a lot, not in my vicinity. Always when I check online it says cancelled, 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 cancelled. So I wasn't expecting great things from this flea market because, as you know, these weekly flea markets mostly have the same resellers who always bring this out, the same stuff. So yeah, first up I found this game, Tiger Electronics. Ooh. I don't know, it's really weird. I really need to read the instructions how to play this thing because I tried and it's like, what am I supposed to do here? But they are cool on the shelf. The lady wanted 10, I haggled her down to 7. I said 5, she said 7, I said okay, so that's how it goes. And on another table, as you can see in this little clip.
Dat paars?
Nee, ja, dat is hetzelfde motiefje, maar in het groen, hè?
Nee, ik heb dat exact zo.
I found a game I actually wanted and didn't have. The Little Mermaid by Capcom. I have the NES game, I have the Sega Mega Drive game, but I don't have the Game Boy game, and now I do. So that was all. This was €3. She said €3. I didn't haggle. And then I found another boot, and I'll show you the clip right now. As you saw in the clip, there was an amazing console lying on that table, Japanese exclusive. Who can guess what it was? Yes, the Wonder Swan, of course. It was a black and white Wonder Swan. I don't have a black and white one. I have the color one and the Swan Crystal one, which has the better screen. But this screen, it looked like it had a crack in it, and I didn't have a battery to test it. He asked 20 and I haggled him to 15, so it wasn't actually that bad of a price, but still, yeah, at 15 with a broken screen, Wonder Swan, black and white Wonder Swan really aren't that expensive. So on this table I did find some other cool stuff I didn't have yet. A copy of Toy Story for the SNES. I do have it on the Mega Drive. Back when it was released on the Mega Drive, everybody was like, whoa, these are Donkey Kong Country graphics on the Mega Drive. The Mega Drive is as powerful as the SNES. That one was 5, this was also 5. Donkey Kong, the NES Classic card. I do believe I already have this one, I'm not really sure, so that's why I picked it up. I haven't made an inventory yet of my GBA cards. And then while I was in the Ardennes, I had another sweet toy pickup. So this was all video game related, so sorry toy fans, but here comes the toy part. Sorry video game fans, no more video games. This guy was selling a lot of motu figures. And it was actually, I asked how much is it, and he said 25, and I thought, that's less than €5 a figure. That's pretty sweet. Oh yeah, the other thing I found in the bins, except that book, is this really weird tiger. And it actually turns into the Hamburglar. Okay. Some troubles with putting the kid to bed. So as I was saying, 25 euros for this lot. Many faces. Whoop. With his weapon, so all the figs have their accessories, which is pretty cool. And he also gave like this replacement thingy rubber for if the legs break off. So that's pretty cool. And then King Hiss, not complete sadly. He does have his weapon staff and his shield, but this part is missing from the shield, so. But I'll complete him eventually, even if it takes me a million years. And then this one was the only one I already had complete. Spycore with his club. But I think this one is actually in better condition than my Spycore, so. Sorry. Mechanic. Whoop, 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 whoop. I have the weapon for this one, so yeah, that's pretty sweet. This one came without a weapon. And then last but not least, Multibot. It's not complete, but you can make a figure out of it. And I actually do have a Multibot legs upstairs and one arm. So that's already one step closer to a full Multibot. That's actually, I really think a pretty cool figure. I'll do it higher. So this was actually one of those figures you could mix and match up. The first one was Moduloc. I'll put an arm here just for the lulz. Yeah, it's not complete, but it has a big part of the parts. So I'm gonna try to complete this Multibot. Still some parts left. Sweet! And last not least, this one is pretty broken, but it was described like that. Forgot the name of this vehicle. And put it like this, and then you can put a figure on there like this. I don't know, it's a pretty weird vehicle. And then normally this part would be like that, but this one is broken off, so that's a shame. But I was already glad with those figures for 25, especially with the weapons included. That's actually pretty bonus. So this is it for this week's and a half pickup. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I got a lot of awesome stuff actually, now that I see it lying here all on the table. So please leave a comment down below. What did you think Please leave a comment down below. What did you think was my coolest pickup of this week? Please let me know. And if you like the video, subscribe. See you guys later. Bye.